Studio microphone. Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into a powerful book that explains how ordinary people become extraordinary. This is Mastery by Robert Greene. In this book, Greene explores what separates those who achieve greatness, people like Leonardo da Vinci, Charles Darwin, Mozart, and modern innovators from everyone else. He shows that mastery is not about luck or talent. It's about time, focus, patience, and a deep love for learning. In this video we'll break down the book in simple language step by step so you can understand how to apply these lessons in your own life. So stay with me until the end, because once you understand this path, you'll never look at learning or success the same way again. Part 1: The Path to Mastery. Robert Greene begins with a bold idea: everyone can become a master. He says that mastery is the ultimate form of power and creativity. It's when your knowledge, skill, and intuition come together and you move beyond effort, things flow naturally. But to reach that level, you must follow a process that every master in history went through. Greene divides this process into 3 main stages. Apprenticeship, when you're learning, absorbing, and building skills. Creative active phase, when you begin to create, innovate, and take risks. Mastery, when your mind works with effortless precision. It's a lifelong path, not something that happens overnight. In our fast world, where everyone wants quick success, Greene reminds us true mastery is slow, deep, and deliberate. Think about it. Every great athlete, musician, inventor, or scientist started from zero. They practiced for years, often in silence, often ignored. That hidden work is what built their genius. Part 2: Discover your life's task. The first step to mastery is discovering your life's task. Greene says everyone is born with unique inclinations, a natural interest in certain things. Your goal in life is to discover what that is and build your work around it. As children, we're curious. We follow what excites us. But as we grow, society pushes us to be realistic. We choose jobs for money or approval, not passion. That's why so many people feel lost or bored. Greene writes that masters never lose touch with their inner calling. They follow what pulls them, even when others don't understand. For example, Leonardo da Vinci loved observing the world, the flow of water, the movement of birds, the structure of muscles. He didn't limit himself to one subject. His curiosity led him to art, science, anatomy, and invention, and that became his life's task. Charles Darwin didn't start as a scientist. He was an ordinary student with a deep fascination for animals and nature. His passion led him to the voyage of the Beagle, and that journey sparked the theory of evolution. Greene says, you must let go of what others expect and follow your inner voice. That's your starting point. You don't have to know everything now. Just pay attention to what excites you. The path will unfold as you move. Part 3: The Apprenticeship Phase. Once you've chosen your direction, you enter the apprenticeship phase. This is where you learn the rules, build your foundation, and sharpen your skills. It's the longest phase, often lasting years, but it's where real growth happens. Greene says this stage has 3 key steps. Deep observation. Watch and listen more than you speak. Study how things work. Learn from people who are already good at what you want to master. You're not just learning techniques, you're learning the patterns behind success. Skill acquisition. Practice with focus. Don't rush. Break things down into small steps. Repetition is how the brain builds mastery. Greene reminds us that boredom and frustration are normal. That's where most people quit. But if you stay with it, your brain starts to rewire. Experimentation. Once you have the basics, start trying on your own. Make mistakes. Every failure teaches you something new. Greene gives the example of Benjamin Franklin. Franklin started as an apprentice in a print shop. He learned by watching, by reading, by copying other writers, until his style improved. Later, he used his skills to become a successful publisher, inventor, and political thinker. The lesson here: be patient. The apprenticeship stage is where your habits, mindset, and discipline are built. You're laying the foundation for everything that comes next. Part 4: Learn from mentors. In every story of mastery, there's a mentor, someone who guides the learner. Greene says a mentor is the shortcut to experience. They help you see what you can't see. They challenge your weaknesses. But remember, a mentor isn't there to make you a copy of them. Their purpose is to push you beyond their level. One of the best examples is Michael Faraday, a poor boy who worked as an assistant to the scientist Humphrey Davy. Faraday didn't have formal education, but he observed, took notes, and experimented. Over time, he surpassed his mentor and became one of the greatest scientists ever, discovering electromagnetic induction. Greene's advice: seek out mentors who inspire you. Be humble enough to learn. And when you've learned enough, move beyond them. That's how every great apprentice becomes a master. Part 5: The Creative Active Phase. After years of practice, something changes. You begin to trust your skills. You see connections others miss. This is when you enter the creative active phase. Now, you stop copying and start creating. You take the knowledge you've built and begin to shape it into something new. This is where innovation happens, when mastery meets imagination. Think about Mozart. Before composing masterpieces, he studied music theory, played instruments, and learned from his father for years. When he finally started composing freely, his deep understanding allowed him to create works that changed music forever. Or Steve Jobs. He studied design, technology, calligraphy, and business. Later, he combined these skills to create products that were not only functional but beautiful, changing the way people interact with technology. Greene writes, "The future belongs to those who learn more skills and combine them in creative ways." This phase is also where fear comes in. When you create something new, people might not understand it. But Greene says that's a sign you're moving in the right direction. Innovation always begins with courage. So don't just learn, experiment, create, and express. Part 6: The Power of Intuition. At the highest level, your knowledge becomes instinct. This is true mastery. Greene explains that after years of focused practice, the brain builds strong connections. You no longer think step by step, you act from intuition. A chess grandmaster can look at a board and sense the best move in seconds. A great musician doesn't read each note, they feel the rhythm. An experienced surgeon moves with calm precision, not overthinking every motion. This level of skill looks like magic, but it's built on thousands of hours of training. Greene says when you train yourself deeply, your mind becomes an instrument of power. Intuition isn't random. It's your experience speaking without words. And it's available to anyone who commits to their craft long enough. Part 7: The Master's Mindset. Now, Greene talks about the mental side of mastery, the mindset that keeps you growing. He identifies a few essential qualities. Patience, mastery takes years. Accept the slow process. Persistence, keep going through boredom, failure, and rejection. Curiosity, never stop learning. Even masters remain students. Focus, protect your time and energy. Distraction is the enemy. Greene warns that the modern world pulls us toward shortcuts, viral fame, instant success, easy rewards. But those things fade quickly. True fulfillment comes from depth, not speed. He writes, "The pain of learning is the greatest teacher. The longer you endure it, the greater your power." Every master you admire, from Edison to Einstein to Serena Williams, lived by these same principles. Part 8: Applying Mastery in Your Life. So how can you use these lessons today? Start where you are. Don't wait for perfect conditions. Begin learning, even in small ways. Find your direction. Ask yourself what excites your mind and energy. Follow that curiosity. Commit to learning. Read, practice, fail, and repeat. Every small improvement counts. Seek mentors or examples. You can learn from people in your field or even from books, videos, and online courses. Stay patient. Remember, progress feels invisible at first, but it's happening underneath. Greene says that mastery is not about reaching a final point. It's a lifelong process, a journey of constant growth and discovery. The more you learn, the more you realize how much there is to explore. The Call to Mastery. Studio microphone. So, what's the message of this book? That greatness is not reserved for a few. It's open to anyone who is willing to walk the path. You already have the potential inside you. The question is, will you commit to developing it? Every master began as a beginner. They faced doubt, failure, and fear, but they kept going. That's the real secret of mastery. Studio Microphone, thank you for watching. If this video inspired you, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who's chasing their dream. And remember, your path to mastery starts the moment you decide to learn, not when you're already great. Studio Microphone, see you in the next video. Keep learning, keep growing, and never stop mastering yourself.